Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for August 28th, 2015. And we have high pressure that was over the Great Lakes yesterday is now going to be slipping down to the southeast, and that's going to come right over top of our coverage area. Will be in northeastern PA this morning, or northwestern PA, I'm sorry, this morning. And dry air, sinking air is going to allow for a mostly sunny day again today with very few in the way of clouds, unlike yesterday where we had those cumulus clouds, cumulus deck that started moving in, especially the further northwest you went in our coverage area here. You had a thicker cloud deck, and that was because of the instability difference between the temperatures aloft and the temperatures of the surface. Created the instability clouds. Today, because high pressure is over top of you, you won't have that issue, or shouldn't have that issue anyway. So we're looking at a mostly sunny day here for your Friday. Still comfortable with humidity still staying in check, and this will probably be the last day we get these comfortable temperatures. I think we're going to increase as we head into the weekend. The humidity and dew points are both going to go up, and you'll definitely start feeling it a little bit here on Saturday. Saturday, high pressure is going to move offshore. It's still not going to be in a very bad spot as far as getting the extreme heat. We'll have dew points going up to about the mid-60s, so it'll definitely be different, feel a little bit different here, and also have temperatures get up to about the mid-80s. I want to go over to the NAM temperatures here. Here's a look at today. Here in the low 80s here, and then we get into Saturday we're in the mid-80s for the most part, and Sunday we get back into the upper 80s for many locations here. But then as we get into next week, I think we're going to start really turning this on as that area of high pressure sinks down to the southeast, sets up a Bermuda high, and we just get the heat cranking for a couple days. Now, even though this is very late August, and at this point when we're talking about Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's actually early September at that point. We're still expecting temperatures to be in our central and southern areas approaching the 90-degree mark, and a couple different factors for that going into that. One is going to be the very dry soil. Haven't had rain recently, a lot of rain recently, and we're not expecting any in this 6-day period. So the dry soil will help contribute to that, reaching those daily high temperatures close to 90 degrees, even though that is not really what is considered to be normal for this time of year. Normal is hovering generally in the lower 80s at this point, except when you get down to Philadelphia, it's closer to the mid 80s. But still, this shouldn't be hard to do with the ridge building over in the northeastern United States, and that's what's going to end up happening here. Is we'll be on the influence of a ridge, and really no precipitation to speak of. I do have some models here showing something isolated here Monday. Really not buying this. Models that have typically been doing this as you get out a couple days in advance, only do it as we get closer. It just loses it and it picks up on the dry air aloft, and that there's not going to be any precipitation. So we left it out of our forecast graphics for now, and then we'll re-examine this again tomorrow. But still persistently showing, the models are persistently showing some light shower activity or a thunderstorm, isolated thunderstorm we might have to include in the graphic. But for now, we're going to leave it out, and then we get into beyond that. It looks dry and just hot. High pressure off to our south, setting up Bermuda high. We're going to watch this system to the south here, what it does. There's still a lot of uncertainty with it as far as track of Erica and strength of Erica. That looks like there could be something that impacts the southeastern U.S. coastline or the Gulf of Mexico, eastern Gulf of Mexico, one of the two. And because of that uncertainty, there's going to be some shower chances and thunderstorm chances in association with that further to our south. But I think we're going to be staying dry until at least the end of the week next week. So if you're looking for some relief in precipitation, not really looking like anything is coming, at least nothing large, other than anything, something very isolated, maybe Monday, maybe, and just something hit or miss, but that's about it. Nothing really on a large scale showing here in the next 6 or 7 days. I do want to show you the track from the National Hurricane Center. Of course, Erica is still down here as a weak system, hitting the border right around Puerto Rico here now, and the official forecast from the National Hurricane Center takes us up still. Up in this direction toward South Florida. Whether or not it makes landfall or not remains to be seen. A couple different solutions with this that we're looking at here. Not really sold necessarily on this system too, this track, and they do include the cone on the west side of Florida too. I do think that has to be entertained also, especially if it runs into the Dominican Republic here, runs in that higher terrain and keeps it weak, and just kind of comes in between here, like through maybe Key West or the west side of Florida, something like this. Is very possible it goes on the western side of Florida as well. But either way, I don't see right now a scenario where our area will be affected, despite some of these crazy model runs that we're showing on social media today. This thing just going up the coast and hit North Carolina and coming back into New Jersey. I really don't see anything like that happening. We know about up to about here with certainty that the system's going to be somewhere in this vicinity right here, somewhere in there. Whether that heads to the west side of Florida from that point or goes up the east coast remains to be seen. How strong it gets remains to be seen. So this is just right now, we're concentrating on like a 3-day out window right now, because that seems to be the most certain we can be at this point, with so much guidance all over the place. So just please check back with us, and we'll update with that on the Facebook page, Twitter, and again daily through the video. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich, and that is your outlook for August 28th, 2015. Have a great Friday.